Good evening, Tottenham fans. In today's video, I'm going to talk about that PSG game and why I think I saw quite a few improvements and quite a few positives to take from that. I'm even going to praise Richarlison today. And I know a lot of you are thinking, what? He never praises Richarlison, but I think he's earned it. Also, I'm going to talk about Archie Gray and Lucas Bergvall and whether I think they deserve a start or not. And I'll give you my predicted lineup for the Fulham game. Players that I think deserve to start. And I think soon we're starting to formulate our best 11. Now, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I'm on the road to 4,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone that's contributed to the channel so far. I'm going to play you a little clip quickly of Thomas Frank after the PSG game. He explained about how he was so much more happier with the performance. I'll let you listen to it and then tell me in the comments whether you agree with what he says. I'll give you my thoughts on the PSG game straight after that. Let's just move myself out the way and listen to this.
Thomas, thanks for joining us. Eventful game. Tell us the pluses, tell us the minuses out of that.
I think first and foremost, I'm pleased with the response we got from the players. I loved how we were aggressive and forward and went after PSG away from home. I think that's a performance there is a future in. And I also like how we were thinking forward and running forward and being positive. We're coming up 1-0, we're coming up 2-1. That's very positive. Then of course, when we concede 5, that's never good. But especially goal 3 and 4, we cannot concede those 2 goals. That cannot happen. That we need to, if we want to win a game like this or get something out of a game like this. Besides that, I think it's positive that the 2 strikers scored 3 goals between them. I think overall the team overall made a general good performance from more or less everyone, but I also think Archie Gray and Lucas Bergvall were positive today.
Yeah, with great energy from those 2. I mean, it was good to see him back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, but definitely good to have Archie back after minor injury and Lucas also back from his concussion.
And another positive, obviously, Colin Moani took his goal well, set up the first goal. You always said there'll be more from him. We're starting to see that, aren't we?
Yeah. Today you definitely saw some of that, no doubt. And that's why we're all impatient. I'm impatient. Everyone is impatient. But he's coming into the club late with no pre-season. That means he's not at the fitness level he needs to be. He's still not at the fitness level he needs to be. Then he's getting 2 setbacks, and that's why it just takes time, unfortunately. But today we saw some of what we want from him.
Well, you said you wanted a reaction, and you certainly got it.
Yeah, definitely. That's the thing, because it was a bad performance last game, but after bad performance, there need to come a reaction, and if they're not coming reaction, then we need to be worried. Today I saw a good reaction, and there's something to build on.
So that was. He's basically saying that was a good reaction, but he's also saying that we're all too impatient. Well, for me, us Spurs fans, and I'm trying not to speak for everybody, I'm going to speak for me as a Spurs fan. I'm not bothered about losing. I don't like losing. Nobody likes losing. I'm not bothered about losing. If we play well, have a go, the game could have gone either way, and we've showed fight, character, and attacking styles of play. The Tottenham way. Then if we lose, then we can say, well, we was unlucky here, or that shouldn't have been a penalty, or, anything VAR went against us, we'd have some sort of excuse. But when you've got things like this, and I'll show you, when you've got XG like this, honestly, that is when it really, really grates on Spurs fans. It grates on me. So if this is what annoys you, tell me in the comments below, because 0.07 against your arch rivals Arsenal, 0.07 XG. That's unacceptable. Then when you've got a 0.12 against Chelsea as well, both within a month of each other, it really grates on the Spurs fans. So I understand that he's saying we're impatient, but we wasn't showing any progress, anything. Like, going forwards, anything to get behind. That was the word I was looking for. We couldn't see anything to get behind, and it was getting so frustrating. So when we played PSG, and PSG are one of the best teams in world football, and we go at them like that, why couldn't we do that before? Why couldn't we do that against Arsenal, against Chelsea? Is it because the Premier League is a lot higher level? I disagree, because PSG beat Arsenal last season. So there's something about how we play in the Premier League and how we play in the Champions League. Because if you've noticed, our best performances have probably been in the Champions League, like that 4-0 victory as well. So it's hard to grasp on it, but we need to build on this now against Fulham. We 100% need to build on it, because we can't keep putting in a 0.07 XG and expect the fans to be patient. So I understand why he's saying about patience, about Mawani, about Xavi, and, you know, don't rush everything. Rome isn't built in a day, blah, blah, blah. But in the meanwhile, show us some growth, show us some regression. And Spurs fans will be okay with that. They really would. Now, would you like to see Archie Gray and Lucas Bergvall start against Fulham? Because these guys, they seem to have like a really good chemistry. They really do. They seem to like play off each other. You see that play they did when Bergvall got the ball. He did that little back flick through. Gray ran through, got in behind PSG and done a great cross to Mawani, who flicked it to Richarlison. It was an absolute brilliant goal, and these two were involved again. Every time I've seen Archie Gray play this season, he's absolutely put in an excellent performance. I haven't seen him play a bad game this year, which is really confusing as to why he's not getting more game time. When a player plays well, they should be rewarded with more game time. So I don't understand sometimes why he keeps getting dropped. He played against one of the best teams in the world yesterday and put in a really good performance again. Playing against Vitinha in midfield as well, it's not easy at all. Bergvall likewise. These two both like getting on the ball and running forward with it, looking up, playing balls through, linking with each other really, really well. You know, putting crosses in, getting him behind the defense. That's the thing that these two were doing more than Bentancur and Paulinho have done all season, was get in behind the defense and give the strikers and the attacking midfielders something to aim for. And it really gave a lot more space to Richarlison and Mawani for them to do the business. And them two were absolutely excellent. I'll get onto them in a bit as well. Because if these two, when they were brought in, they were like, they're just youngsters, they're part of the squad, you know, but I think they're really important players now for us. And I think we should use this season to really develop them and really get them playing week in, week out. I don't think they should be sitting on the bench every week. I think they should be a really big part of this first 11. I really do. They just seem to really get on really well together. They're the same age. They've on the pitch, they've just got this mindset. They've got this link up. I can't explain it, but it's telepathy sort of thing. They know where each other's going to be. They've got each other's back. So I just think we should really use this and utilize these two guys, because they are young, but they're just full of energy. We've played Bentancur, we've played Paulinho, we've seen what they can do. Let's just try it. If it ends up rubbish, it ends up rubbish. But I guarantee you keep playing these two. Bergvall got Player of the Year last year. He should be playing, honestly. I honestly think these two guys are going to go up another level this season if you keep giving them game times. Now, I want to give you my 11 for the Fulham game, because I honestly believe there's some players here that really deserve to be playing. So I'll put it up on the screen for you. I've got Vicario in goal, Polo at right back. I think he played well against PSG. I think Romero and oh no, I'll tell you what, ignore Romero. I think he's suspended. So I'll put Danso and Van der Ven, your doggy at left back. Then I'd put Gray and Paulinho. Now, Paulinho will allow Gray to move forward more. Just sit in front of the defence and let Gray do box to box, because that's what he's really, really good at. And in the 10, I was going to put Xavi, but I thought Bergvall has earned a place in that number 10 role, and we can bring Xavi off the bench, because Bergvall is in better form, in my opinion, than Xavi is. Kudos on the right. He's had a rest because he was subbed on in midweek, and then Odegaard's had a rest too, so he could play on the left-hand side. And I've put Mawani up front just because he fired in 2 goals and got an assist, and he looks absolutely on fire against PSG. He really did, and we need to capitalise that and carry this on against Fulham. I am going to praise Richarlison. I know some of you now are really, really shocked about this, but Richarlison has scored 3 goals in the last 3 games now. And against PSG, his hold-up play was absolutely superb. His link-up play was excellent. His movement was much better. His work rate is always good, but his work rate was excellent. His movement through his finish, through his goal was good. He caused PSG so much problems, and he worked really well with Mawani. So I'll give praise when I see players playing well, and Richarlison absolutely put in a very, very good performance versus PSG. Is he struggling in the Premier League because of the physicality and playing better in Champions League because it's not as physical? Maybe, I don't know, but I would still put Mawani in just because I think Mawani is our best striker, and we really need to get a win against Fulham. We need to get a win for those home fans that travel to that game and just put in a decent performance and beat Fulham at home, and then use it as a springboard to move forward and try and get a run of games together where we're winning games. Because when we're watching games, especially at home, and it's a 0.04, 0.17 XG or whatever you want to call it, and we're not attacking and we're sitting back, we're playing 5 at the back against Wolves or something, and it's not good. We need to start playing now to our strengths and stop worrying too much about nullifying the opposition. Start playing attacking football. We've got the attacking players to do so. Odegaard, Kudos, Bergvall, and Mawani can cause any defense problems if you give them the ball. Look at the difference how Richarlison and Mawani played when you actually gave them service. When they was actually getting the ball, look how much they did. So we need to play to our strengths. And Van de Ven and Romero like playing higher up the pitch as well. You know, they like playing up higher up the pitch. So push the team forward, Frank. Do it. And we will get better results and better games, and we'll score more goals as well. I just hope we are brave like we were against PSG, like we again against Fulham, and continue this better run of form. Because if we do, then I can see us getting a victory against Fulham at Craven Cottage. I mean, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So let me know in the comments what you think. What did you think of Frank's analysis of the PSG game? What do you think of my analysis of the PSG game? Do you think Archie Gray and Lucas Bergvall deserve a start against Fulham? What would you change in my lineup? Obviously Romero because he's suspended, but other than that, what would you change in the lineup? Let me know in the comments what you thought of today's video. Thank you for watching, and come on you Spurs.